Welcome back to American Agenda. Well, Don Lemon fired again. Now, this time by ex-CEO Elon Musk. It's time now for the other view. Lemon took to social media earlier this week, claiming that his ex show, he was launching a brand new show. Well, he said it was canceled because Elon Musk is mad at him over his very first interview, which was a sit-down interview with Musk. But Elon Musk refutes that, and here's what he says. Everyone is welcome to make money on the social media platform, but he will not guarantee minimum payments to Lemon, who only wants his show to mimic the dying CNN business model. And as for the interview, Musk says that Mark Zuckerberg wrote the questions. Joining me to discuss is the president of NSPRA, Jesse Tate, and Project 21 member, political activist Whitley Yates. Great to have you both with us this afternoon. All right, Jesse, I'm going to dive right in with you first. Of course, Lemon went right back to CNN, who, of course, originally fired him, to kind of, share his horrible experience. Watch.
He supposedly says this is a public square for all. Maybe we're learning that a public square should not be privately owned by someone who doesn't think that there should be any moderation on that platform.
I don't know. What do you think about all this? I mean, should a public social media platform be privately owned? I mean, it could be, but why does it have to be? Who cares?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I think that's kind of like an irrelevant point, right? I mean, Don screwed up. As anybody that has left the W-2 world and had gone into getting contracts knows, if you go out and run your mouth and you upset the people that are going to be possibly paying you money, that you risk losing that money. And he played that game and he lost. So I think it's irrelevant whether it's owned by somebody personally, privately, or it's publicly owned.
Yeah, so much for his big comeback. Whitley, of all the places Don Lemon could go to complain about Musk, of course, he returns to the very place where he was first fired. Kind of interesting. Are you surprised? It seems like he just hasn't gotten a new group of friends.
I'm not surprised. Don Lemon is always sour lemons, whether he's at CNN complaining about them or he's on X complaining about X. The fact that he wanted to launch a show on X but couldn't come to an agreement has somehow made him into a victim. Listen, Don Lemon, you've got some lemons. It's time to make lemonade. Stop complaining and create whatever content you want, put it out, and see if people will consume it.
Yeah, very, very good point. That's a novel idea there, Whitley. All right, we want to switch gears to a really disturbing story. So completely different tone change here. A Missouri teen is in a coma after being pummeled during a street fight. A 15-year-old girl. The whole thing was caught on tape, and we're going to have to warn you, the video is very, very disturbing. Yeah, and that the young girl, Kylie Gain, is left lying on the ground convulsing. And as you see, the fighting continued and people just stood there and watched. Now, what happened to 15-year-old Kylie Gain simply, of course, should not have happened. We know that. It's sad, Jesse, that we're living in a society now, it seems, that this is something that actually has become more normal. We see these types of things more often. Then you have someone holding their phone, videotaping it, and nobody even steps in to stop it. What is wrong with, I'll say, our young people? It seems like they have no respect for human life and they don't care about what happens to them because maybe there are no consequences.
Absolutely. I mean, where have all the heroes gone, right? I mean, back in the day, if you saw a fight, if you saw that somebody was getting hurt, and you saw that they were being injured, everybody would jump in and pull them apart. You would not let somebody slam a girl's head into the ground 15 times like we just saw in that film. I mean, that's very disturbing, and my thoughts and prayers go out to her family. I mean, my goodness, but now people are so quick to pick up that phone, record it to try to get likes, right? They want to be the first one on the scene instead of being a human first. And it's absolutely disturbing.
Yes, and the girl, the other teenager who beat her, is 15 years old. She is in custody, and the attorney general there is saying that instead of being tried as a juvenile, instead Bailey is saying that this young girl should be tried as an adult. And if the victim dies, again, she's currently in a coma, that offense should rise to a homicide. But Whitley, some are saying this is a case of reverse racism, since it appears that the young girl, Kaylee, is the only white person in the video. Do you think race played a factor here? Again, it's hard to say. None of us were there. But also then you kind of think, okay, if I will just say the races were reversed, this would be maybe a very different story in the media overall.
I don't know the situation regarding this. All I know is what I've seen, and that behavior was heinous. It was barbaric. And I think that the young woman who purported these actions should be held responsible. And it's very sad that we are in a day, age, and time where the first instinct in the middle of heinous chaos is to create content. I don't think that those that were standing by as bystanders watching did their due diligence to try and mitigate the damage that was happening and the violence that we just witnessed. My heart goes out to the victim and the family, and I hope justice is served.
All right, we're going to leave it there. Again, really, really tough to watch. But again, a story that must be shared. All right, Jesse, Tate, and Whitley Yates. I was looking at the wrong camera. Great to have you both with us. Let's do it again soon.
Thank you.